Previously on Big Brother, Libra, April, and Ollie led the charge to take down Brian.
We're all going upstairs.
You have to put Brian up.
You have to put Brian up this week.
You have no vote.
Now you just threatened me, see?
At the veto meeting, Jerry succumbed to the pressure.
I nominate you, Brian.
In a last-ditch effort to save himself, Brian used humor to make friends.
I hate everybody!
Worried that Brian's new friends were swaying the vote his way, allies turned against each other.
Talking about me.
Tell me what your problem is.
Jesse and Rennie continued their feud on live television.
Have you and Rennie buried the hatchet?
In my eyes, you gotta give respect to get respect, and she still hasn't shown me any.
In order to get respect, you have to give respect.
When the vote was revealed, it was a landslide.
By a vote of 9-1, Brian, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
And Brian gave his thoughts on who was really the biggest threat in the game.
Who does everyone have to watch out for?
Oh, Memphis has this thing. If he plays his cards right, Memphis has got it.
At the head of household competition, Jesse seized control.
Congratulations, Jesse. You are the new head of household. Jerry?
Will the power of head of household go to Jesse's head? And who will he nominate for eviction? Find out tonight on Big Brother 10.
By a vote of 9-1, Brian, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
At the end of the day, I stayed true to my word, whether it was a dumb decision or not. That's all I had. Obviously made me stick out like a sore thumb.
I got really close to Brian. I felt myself kind of like I was gonna tear up. I really had to fight it because I didn't want to have an emotional outburst. You still have to think about, he's gone, but I'm still in the house.
I do feel responsible for Brian leaving. My relationship with April right now is way more important than the agreement that I made with Brian early in the game.
As far as Brian leaving, it wasn't part of my plan at all. It's something he created and left me no choice but to go ahead and do what I did. I don't feel any remorse over it.
Brian leaving the house tonight was really difficult, so sad to see him go. Now I gotta deal with people that kind of have gotten on my nerves, basically.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye, Brian.
Bye.
My gosh. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Life goes on.
Oh my God, he already went black and white, you guys.
Thank you.
I was like, whew, my biggest threat out of the house. I could have done a dance, a jig, a high step, a freaking flip. I was just happy.
Brian's picture turning from black to white is a really good look for him. His teeth actually look a little bit whiter. His hair is not salt and pepper anymore, it's just black. I think he can pull it off. He really doesn't have a choice anymore either.
Congratulations. Thank you.
My son told me, please don't be the first to be evicted, Mom. So I made it through that first cut, so that's great. It wasn't easy, but I made it.
It really hit me about having to betray Brian.
How difficult was it to betray Brian?
I don't think it was betrayal.
And I said, well, let me tell you, if you noticed, I had no military hat on, no military shirt. I faced it as a man, period. That's it.
Jerry not wearing military garb when he put up Brian, that should have told you something. He knew he did something that was against maybe his character. Any way he wants to cut it, he still broke his word.
But it also, I was gonna say something about, your military oath and everything.
Colonel, you have to be careful giving it out in a game.
No, I don't. I didn't give it out. So you don't know a damn thing about that.
Yeah. I thought you said you did.
No, I said I believe in loyalty. I believe in that Marine Corps thing, always faithful.
Right.
He turned on me. I didn't turn. He's the one that broke the deal, not me. He broke his word with me. He was doing things that wasn't part of what we had talked about.
Oh, I thought you did a thing with him.
Jeez. You don't listen, honey. I'm sorry.
At the start of the competition, sweet dreams, honey, how many total pillows were on the giant bed? Answers, please. The correct number is 300, which means, congratulations, Jesse. You are the new head of household.
Yes! Yeah.
It's probably about the best feeling in the world right now. Obviously, I see this as an opportunity to, get back at Rennie. And she should at least apologize and made amends before something of this caliber actually happened.
When April leaped up into Jesse's arms, I felt like it was totally fake. I think she was being a little Barbie bitch.
Yes! I'm on cloud 9 right now. It don't even matter. There's another week. It's another week.
I think that Jesse definitely has suspicions that I tried to, keep Brian in the house just based on hanging out with Brian. It was a dumb move on my part. I shouldn't have tried to a last-ditch effort to keep Brian in the house.
Congratulations, Jesse.
My biggest nightmare, Jesse winning the HOH. Here we go. Well, it is what it is. It's gonna be another long week.
He's on that baby.
Hey, baby.
As soon as he won, it was like they all just sort of gravitated to him, and they all seemed to form this best friend clique. They want to divide the house into two groups: those that liked Brian and those that didn't like Brian.
Let's see. How did the house just divide right now?
I think that was
one, two, three. Okay.
America would think that.
If you didn't know it before, you know it now.
Oh, God. What have we created? A monster.
Yes. Dude, this is it. This is best case scenario right now. Dude, it's money. Did you see how those three went and sat down? They're like, oh God.
So sad. So sad.
Yes.
Bullets in their head.
You do know I've got one of the biggest targets on my back.
Oh, I know.
Dude, we just gotta stay strong.
Yeah, dude, we will.
Jesse and I see eye to eye on a lot of things, and I think me and Jesse are gonna help each other get far in this game.
Everybody thinks I'm a body without a brain. Huh? That's 2 for 2. Where you at? Out the door.
You're stupid. It's almost like everybody in the house it's either my side or their side, and I don't like the people that are on their side.
Tell you one thing you won't see me do is kiss his ass. I'm really not that worried. I've never had a beef with him. He's never had a beef with me. I'm definitely going up. I'm prepared to go up. You know what I mean? My initial reaction when Jesse won head of household was, I'm going up. But I'm not gonna surrender. I still got a lot of fight in me, but I'm gonna have to get very creative. But I think you might want to start to prepare. He doesn't like Rennie. He's gonna put up 2 of us 3. You think? Without a doubt.
What do you think about Steven? I want him out. I think Steven and Angie. I do too. But Jesse hates Rennie.
Yeah. I wonder if we can talk him into.
Because I want them both up. I want Angie gone more than Steven.
I hope Jesse doesn't go with
Rennie.
Rennie. That's a wasted nomination.
I say Steven or Angie.
Go on, or both of them up.
Both of them up.
Who wants to see my head of household room?
I'm ready to see bodybuilding pictures.
Oh my God.
Those are perfect pictures. Yes.
That doesn't even look like him.
The HOH room was a really good, uplifting experience for me.
This is where it's at right here. 170. This is without my legs. You can see cuts right there, but like I was just shredded.
That's crazy.
I think my son has better legs. Jesse being HOH, he has the power, so I'm gonna have to bite my tongue.
It felt good to like be able to show off. It's really cool, to be honest with you.
When I went to the side, like you could see all like the fibers that were connected. My abs were like popping out. Like my skin was so tight.
I'm not really into that whole muscle thing. I like my guys with a little bit of cushion.
This was in May. That's so awesome. Wow. Like you know how my back looks now? Imagine me losing 15 pounds.
There may be 1 or 2 pictures with Jesse and family and friends. The rest is Jesse posing, Jesse looking cool in front of his car. If all the house guests know one thing, it's that Jesse loves Jesse.
Who is that?
How do I do
That's
it?
Steven.
That's Steve.
Was he up?
Steven woke up.
I didn't go up to Jesse's head of household room because I really honestly don't care.
So do you think Steven will even come up here at all?
No. I guess Steve didn't feel the need to come upstairs. It was pretty disrespectful, to be honest with you. I mean, because if he would have won, I would have went up there.
Congrats, man.
Sweet.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right.
So, now we can talk.
This is what's gonna happen though. I'm gonna put Rennie up.
Rennie.
That's the way I want it to go.
Yeah.
No.
Honey,
She's going out. She's going, man.
she'll be out before
We don't
the
like her.
jury. I'll put her up if I win next week. That's not a problem.
She's going out third or fourth, and we'll worry about them. We need to worry about next week.
Steven.
Yes. I really don't think he can win though. Like
Anything can happen.
But look how close he was tonight.
You want to take that chance though?
He said he's gunning for. If you put Steven and Dan up, that's like that's a big message.
Dan.
Well, I guess Keisha's on their side now.
I hate people that go for one side of the next.
I hate feeling like I'm like an outsider now. Just the cattiness that comes from girls sometimes. And like,
So I'm trying really hard not to do that, not to be, because I don't want to be that catty girl. But it's like I try to escape, and it's like April. It's always there. And I really don't like her.
Put Angie up.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, totally.
And Rennie's gonna be like, I ain't on the block. What?
Yeah, exactly. All I'm saying is I want Rennie out of this.
I know.
I just want to put Rennie up.
Forget putting Rennie up there, period.
That's ridiculous.
Say over my dead body.
When you get old, you start to really need something. My wife, she has Parkinson's. I don't know if you know that.
How do you feel about putting her like in a hospice
Well,
or any?
not. This is what the deal was. I told her, I'm going to start working. I'm going to try and get in shape so that I can always take care of you. I promise you, I will never, ever put you in a nursing home as long as I can physically open the door. I talked about my wife. We have a good understanding of what our future is going to be, and we're trying to make the most of it that we can.
I'm sorry.
Now you're going to get me crying. 54 years, my best friend now, I have no one else to talk to. 24 hours a day I'm around her now, you know. This is the best friend I'll ever have now. She said to me about a month ago, Jerry, so your life don't get ruined, put me in a nursing home. I can't, But now, babe, we need each other. When you get old, you start to really need someone.
That's a testament of a marriage through hard and good times.
My wife and I talked about my coming into the house, realizing that we have a life ahead of us that's only going to get harder. But she's always, for 54 years, been extremely supportive of everything I ever wanted to do. This is something we accept as a challenge for the two of us. We're going to deal with it together, good or bad.
I don't really know any gay people. Can I keep asking questions about that or no?
I will tell you anything you want to know that you ask me, and I'm totally comfortable answering all questions. I don't bring it up because I don't want to like push it.
As far as I know, everyone completely knows that I'm gay, and no one's presented it as an issue. If it's been said, it hasn't been told to me.
How did your family react? Did you tell them, or did you not tell them? Or?
Yeah, they know.
I was just hoping that you didn't tell me because I was Catholic and you thought I'd be like judgmental. You know what I mean? Because I was under the impression I was like the last person. I'm like, dude.
You know, coming into this house, it's been an educational and quite an experience because I'm able to spend some time with someone like Steven who is gay and who can shed some light to me on a subject that I'm pretty much uneducated about.
How did you know, like, when you went out with girls and like kissed a girl? Was it just you?
He'd been with girls.
I was with girls for a long time. You know, like when you meet somebody and they really just like do something for you and you sort of feel that sort of
excitement.
It never was there for me.
Never.
I thought if I dated girls, it would go away.
Did you want it to go away?
Yeah, of course. Who would want, I mean, who
wants to be an outcast?
Right. Once I got out of school, I was dating someone and I moved to Dallas with that person and I completely started a new life. Like, I just became this completely different person. All of a sudden I realized, like, I'm happy now.
It's definitely opened my eyes to some things where I'm not so naive or maybe even so judgmental. But when I look at Steven, I don't think, oh, Steven's gay, you know? I just look at Steven as my friend.
Hey, can we go up to your room?
Yeah.
I'm really tired, and so just
want to do it later or what?
No, I want to do it now because it's fresh in my head. I would want to.
What's fresh in your head?
The reason I'm here right now is that I don't want things to be the way that they've been over the last 24 hours with us.
There has been no us the last 24 hours. You could have came up to me, but you never did. You never came talk to me. And as opposed to coming and talking to me, what'd you try doing? You took the one guy that wanted Memphis, Michelle, and myself out, and you aligned yourself with him.
Right. I didn't. Okay.
Do you
You're right.
understand?
And I mean, I have to face that. When me and Brian have hung out over the last couple of days, it was not through alliance. And quite honestly, 95% of our conversation had nothing to do with this house.
I understand. And,
And
see,
5% of it was me letting him know that I wasn't voting for him when it came down to it, and why he was getting
that you
voted out.
weren't voting for it.
Yes.
So why'd you try getting him votes?
That was at half an hour last night.
Okay, so you're gonna put forth a half an hour worth of time in our alliance? I'm not stupid. And what's really funny is I'm not stupid. Everybody's like, oh, he's just all muscles. Okay, well, that's what I wanted everybody to think. That's great. I've beat everybody in chess. Whether that's proof for the pudding or not, what more do you need?
What I'm trying to explain to you, and you know what, I'm not here to like make excuses or have you forgive me or whatever. And I'm not up here because you're head of household, I'm up here because I wanted to talk to you.
Well, you literally did the one thing to piss every single one of us off. You gotta put yourself in our position. How stupid are we to keep around the one person that single-handedly wanted to keep the one guy that had all of us? Like, how stupid are we for keeping you? Dogs are so much fun. Sometimes I like dogs better than people.
Sometimes, I almost always do. I couldn't be with somebody that didn't like animals. And my dog, honestly, And my dog, honestly, he comes before anybody.
I'm the same way.
Before my significant others. Right now. Like, oh my God, I miss Gizmo so much. He packed himself in my suitcase. Oh. You worry about them.
3 months, they're gonna forget us. No, it's okay. Don't cry.
They kind of will, though.
I mean, things happen to dogs. They get sick.
No.
You'd be like glad to be voted out because you would
You
just
would want to go home.
want to get home.
To take care of him.
Yeah, if they're not dead.
It's time for the food competition!
I think you pulled that off good, Jesse.
I like it. It's kind of sexy.
It is. That's the
Rawr.
Are you ready for the competition de jour, you crazy Americans? Since I'm HOH, I automatically get to eat, but we'll be playing in this competition. Decide if you want to be the Chardonnays or the Pinot Noirs. Now decide and grab your berets. I will be on the Chardonnays. Let's have a taste of the good life.
Teams kind of fell to where who was sitting on what couch. One side grabbed the red berets and the other side grabbed the green berets.
I was on the green team, and on my team was Jesse, Angie, Michelle, Dan, and Steve.
Not only did we have Jerry on our team, but we also had Rennie. Some of us were very disappointed.
They're water shoes. Oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
The medium. Let me check. Here's the medium. Let me see.
Here, they have scarves, y'all.
No.
We have to win. We get 2 OP.
I think it was very inappropriate for April and Libra to be bitching about the team. Sometimes they get up on this high horse of theirs and they blame everyone else. Maybe they need to take a look in the mirror.
Damn, dude, that's not fair.
When I first saw the wine bottles, I thought this was a competition for me because being from New Orleans, you know, I like to have a few drinks.
Welcome to a little taste of BBB France, best known for its kisses, the maids, and of course its fabulous wine. Each team needs to choose 3 catchers, 2 pluggers, and 1 thrower. Here's how it works. When the wine starts to flow into each barrel, it will begin dripping out of the holes. The thrower needs to start searching through hundreds of corks, find the corks that match their team's color, and throw them up to their pluggers. The pluggers must then plug the holes in the bottom of the wine barrel in order to keep their wine from leaking out. The catchers, you must fill up the wine glasses with the other team's wine and transport it back to the wine bottles and fill them up. The faster the pluggers can plug their holes, the less wine the other team can collect.
Whichever team has the most wine after 5 minutes will win food for the week.
The losing team will then be eating slop for the week.
Oh my God. I can't do slop again.
I was on Slop last week. It's not a fun thing to be on. I just didn't want to be on Slop again this week.
It's time to play Stop Your Whining!
There was 3 of us that had already been on Slop for a week. You know, we were really, really hungry for this challenge. I definitely don't want to be on Slop. And I can't see myself even making it.
Are you ready to stop your whining? Yeah! Oh! Go!
This is how the food competition worked. Okay, the first position, which I was a thrower. It was the thrower's job to go to this huge barrel of corks and pick out your team's colored cork. You had to sprint back to your barrel and then launch the cork into this huge vat of wine that's being poured in from God knows where.
3! Here's 3!
My job was to plug the holes up so that the wine couldn't come spraying down where the red team could come in and capture it.
4!
My role as a catcher, I had to steal the wine from the opposing team. The wine that was pouring down from the tower fill up both of my wine glasses and run them over to our bottles and fill the bottles as efficiently as possible. Growing up in the church, couldn't drink. It crossed my mind if I were to taste the wine, if I would become an alcoholic. But I was focused on winning the competition, not drinking the wine.
8, 5.
My first couple tosses, I just didn't think it was that high. And me being as short as I am, too, doesn't really help the fact. Oh!
12. Hey, right here, first. Hey, we got one. One goal.
Call me Michael Jordan because I didn't miss a shot.
7.
Dan was running up, throwing corks, and I could hear every single number he was saying.
8.
It helped me make sure that I plugged every single hole.
That's it! April, yell out when you throw them. Yell something when you throw them.
I kept trying to get April to actually like tell me when she was throwing corks, trying to get a signal to know a cork is flying at my head.
Hey!
Memphis and I knew that we had to react quick. Didn't pay attention to the rest of the game. We paid attention to plugging those holes. We were sitting on them, keeping our fingers in the other holes while we're waiting.
Steven and I had a plan together where he was going to be covering up as many holes as possible, and my job was to just cork as many as possible. But the red wine would flood everywhere, where you couldn't really tell where the holes were.
Hey, that's it! 20, let's go! That's it! 17!
When I'm in a competition, I have more to prove because I'm older and I want to show people that I still have the spunk in me to compete.
19! Come on, Dan! Let's go! Let's go, man, boy! Let's go, dude! 11!
I think Rennie did very good in the food competition. She got her glasses filled the whole way, and I definitely admire that Rennie is playing her heart out in the competition.
Honey, if anybody knows how to pour some wine, it'd be me. Especially if it was Chianti.
Wine was coming down so hard, it would actually spit out of the glass. So I learned the technique to actually cup my hand over the wine glass so that it collected in the wine glass.
16!
All of a sudden, I realized that the green team must have been doing a good job because they were plugging up their holes, and there was no more wine for me to fill up my glass with.
Hey, that's it! 20, let's go! That's it!
On the right!
Let's see who stopped the whining the most. The Pinot Noirs filled about 5/6 of their wine bottle. And the Chardonnays filled 1.5 bottles. Which means the Chardonnays will be eating food for the week. While the Pinot Noirs will be eating slop for the week.
I think the food comp couldn't have gone any better. Libra and April, they get angry and cranky and they get emotionally distraught.
We plugged ours first. You guys don't understand that. I know, but we got ours done first.
They counted 20, they were done. Dan was done.
It's also who pours them in there.
Yeah.
Slop is going to help to destroy them from the inside out.
If you want to say, I mean, who you want to blame, just blame somebody.
I'm not blaming you.
I'm just saying we all did the best we could.
Did I say you though? No.
Hey, we're good, we lost, we paid the price.
I love seeing April and Libra go after each other. I think it's about time they get a taste of each other's medicine. I am sick of those two.
Jesse, would you have any objections to me using your restroom?
You using it? No, dude. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
The whole point is to get Jesse one-on-one without the rest of the house knowing. I have to get to him before the nominations.
Get him out of there. What are you guys doing? Come on, Jesse. Get up here. What are you doing?
Now, the only thing I didn't plan for was that Ollie would follow Jesse up into the HOH room.
Album is actually not that bad.
No, it's what's that? The Money song?
Had I not gotten in that bathroom at the exact right time, it would have been very, very bad for me.
This stuff's getting me right.
It is. Who's in my bathroom? Who the hell's in it?
That was Dan.
I appreciate it, man. What?
I didn't even know you was in there. He scared me.
I'm like, who the hell's in my bathroom? How long you been in here for?
Since, dude, when I get privacy, it takes me a little while.
So what up?
Mission failed, you know? Once again, it was Ollie who was roadblocking my game. I'm gonna have to try again the second I get a chance.
So what made you so unemotional? Just curious.
I don't know, probably a number of different things that happened in my life.
Sometimes Memphis is hard to get a read on. I wonder what Memphis is thinking because there's a lack of emotion.
Let me hear just two of them.
I think the first was losing my dad.
I didn't know you lost your dad.
At 15.
Really?
That was probably a big thing. He left when I was 2, and I never talked to him. And then when I was like 15, he started calling me, and we became friends, and we really started to get to know each other. You know, it was the most exciting thing for me ever. And 3 months after that, he called me and told me he had heart disease that was going to kill him within 3 months.
Oh my God.
So, I think that was probably...
So you really didn't get to know him?
No, I did.
Mm-hmm. In shock.
You know, then I got my heart broken really bad. By a girl.
Really?
Yeah. So, and it wasn't even a matter of like we didn't fit. It was more of a.
The timing.
I think it had a lot to do with like her path and like how you know she was like strong in her faith and you know the kind of guy that she wanted, and I wasn't that guy. Just it all happened within a couple years, and I just don't. You know, I'm not an emotional person, and to be honest with you, like with my girl
Isn't
now.
that hard to in a relationship when you don't show emotion?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. And the hardest thing, like even with I'm going through now, is the fact that I'm completely infatuated, head over heels for my girlfriend, like completely. But this is the first time.
You've been away.
No, this is the first time with her that I've stuck my neck out. So like this is the only other time that I've put my heart back out.
And she knows
out
that?
There. Yeah. So for the past 10 years, I've been like surfaced, like that's it type girlfriends. Like, I don't care. Like I could date a girl for a year and break up and been like.
Whatever.
So like this is the only time that I've kind of put my heart back out there. So it's scary for me. But no, I think that's kind of what makes me who I am. Like I am a sweetheart and I'm a real dude and I'm real as they come. But I'm not emotional.
Right.
Ever. I've been through a lot, and you're not gonna see me more or less blow up. You know, I think it might be a good thing, a way to play the game is not show a weak side, because people take advantage of that.
You know what? He'll get emotional when he has his firstborn. That baby comes, that's it.
Like, I wanna know, like, I'm
20
just like...
years is gonna come open.
Yeah,
and
probably
that's what's gonna happen.
You're probably right.
Two minutes.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
I just want to clear up a few things for you. I know it probably is not gonna make a whole lot of difference. I expect to go up, but I wanted to explain to you, and you can talk to anyone about this. I gave Brian my word.
Right.
And even though I was exposed and I was hung out to dry, I still gave my word. So that's why I voted, you know.
No, I understand that.
I'm not gonna come after you or anything like that. And I know you're in your position where you're part of a huge team and it's a team decision. So I respect whatever you have to do. But if there's anything that you can think of or any ideas you have, I'm open, because at this point, you obviously know I have nothing going for me.
Right. I mean, to be honest with you, you know, the way you handle it as opposed to the way other people handle it, and I think you know who I'm talking about.
No, I know exactly
you
what
know,
you're talking about.
I understand.
I respect you. Like, if I do happen to survive this week, I'm not coming, like, I have no ill will towards you.
When I came to you the first time, like, you didn't lie to me. I understood that. You didn't tell me anything. And you see, so I understand. I respect the way you're playing the game, and initially that's all it is.
If you're able to shift, I won't forget that. You know what I mean?
Like,
so,
dude, we'll figure it out, bro. Like,
if you have any ideas, you know, obviously I'm open.
I understand that.
Dan, yeah, he was on the other side, but he straight came up to me and said, I'll give you that same loyalty. I can take that into consideration to farther myself in the game. I mean, that's huge. One of my duties as head of household is to nominate 2 people for eviction.
Jesse made it a point to let me know that he wasn't happy with the Brian situation. It's definitely a possibility that Jesse's gonna put me up for a nomination.
I never feel safe when I'm in the Big Brother house. I really don't. Jesse being head of household could be trouble for me to get me out. But I think he should go after somebody else.
After my conversation with Jesse, I felt a little bit better. You can never feel 100% safe in this house, but, you know, I think I helped my percentage and helped my cause just a little bit.
I don't think Jesse really looks at anybody as a threat. I think he's a little too cocky. If he's gonna put me up, it's because a couple of the other people he's real close with convince him that it's a good idea.
With the nominations I'm going to make, even though there's 2 nominees that are going up, I'm actually trying to get one in particular out. I'm definitely aware that these nominations could come back and haunt me. So far, it's in my favor.
It's time for the nomination ceremony.
This is the nomination ceremony. The keys that are placed inside here are the people that are safe, and I will start by grabbing the first one. Keisha, you're safe.
Ollie, you're safe.
Michelle, you're safe.
Thank you, Jesse. Jerry, we're safe.
Thank you, Jesse. April, you are safe.
Thank you, Jesse. Libra, you are safe.
Thanks, Jesse. Memphis, you're safe.
Thanks, Jesse. Angie, you're safe.
Rennie, you are safe.
I've nominated you, Steve, as well as you, Dan, for reasons of you guys both just showed your cards way too soon. So as far as I'm concerned, you're both against me. In addition to that, you didn't come upstairs. You showed me a lot of disrespect last night.
I was asleep. I didn't know you got your key. I didn't know until I woke up and everyone had already
Right,
been through it.
but it almost took 24 hours before you came up there. So, and that is it. This meeting is adjourned.
Jesse is a tool in all senses of the word. I mean, he's a tool just because he's a tool. I also think he's a tool of people in the house.
I was nominated like expected, but I'm not down and out by any means. I'm gonna have to start chipping away at the other house guests piece by piece.
Yay! I couldn't believe it. My strategy worked. I just kind of laid low, not cause any trouble or waves right now.
I have no reason to not have Dan in my alliance. He will stick by it literally all the way to the end. As opposed to Steve, Steve will definitely be going out the door. So not bad for an Iowa kid that's, immature, says Rennie.
Who will win the power of veto? And will they use it to save either Dan or Steven from eviction? Find out Tuesday at 9, 8 Central on Big Brother 10.
Yes! Couldn't even get all 18 inches of that in that camera.